So we're going to have a look today at the Google Classroom add-on called ImExClass. This is actually an add-on for Google Sheets, but it integrates with Google Classroom. So in my spreadsheet, I have two columns, one called email and one called mark. So this is where the data is going to come from to push into our assignment in Google Classroom. And what ImExClass does is it takes marks from a spreadsheet and puts them in as an assignment into Google Classroom. So this is a really fast way to get marks from a marks book or a spreadsheet where you keep your marks locally into Google Classroom so that students can see what they got in a particular assignment. So as I said, I have my users here in this column. And now I'm going to put a mark next to each student. So this is going to be a mark out of 50 in this case. It works best if it's multiples of 10. So if your assignment's out of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, etc., because that's the preset numbers that we are given access to, and we'll see that in a second. So I'm just going to make some numbers up here for our students. So these are the marks that they have got. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to add-ons here in Sheets, and you're going to need to go to Get an Add-on. We're going to search for ImExClass, and then you're going to want to get that. I've already done that, so I don't need to get it again. So now I'm going to go to Add-ons, ImExClass, and I'm going to open it. And what I get is, I'm going to need to give it permission. And simply giving it access to Classroom. And now I'm going to tell it where my emails are. So they're in column A, my grades are in column B, my grades begin in row 2. So because my first one is a header, and then I need to choose a class, so this is my class here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to export the grades from the sheet to the classroom. You can also do the opposite, so you can actually ingest marks that you've put into Classroom into a spreadsheet, which is also really useful. So in the next page, I'm going to give a name for my assignment. So there's no way to update an existing assignment because this add-on can only edit assignments that it has created. So because it hasn't created the other assignments, it's unable to edit them. So this is going to be, let's call it literacy assignment 1. And if you want to put a description in for that, you can do. And this is where we're choosing our grade. So I said this was going to be out of 50, so I choose this to be out of 50, and I hit export. Now, while this does this, a few things to note. If you have a student who is absent, you need to give them a mark of 0 because it can't cope with blanks. It seems to crash on a blank. So you just need to give them a 0 and then go into Classroom and delete that mark from Classroom. So now it's successfully exported the grades. So now if we go into Classroom, we can now see that there's a new assignment in our classwork. And when we click on that and we view that assignment, we can now see that each student has an assignment and that it has been marked and it's already been returned. There's no need to return this. If I go in as a student now, so here's my student view. I can update my stream here, and when I go into my assignment, I can see my grade as a student as well. So this has now pushed that out to the student, and if I go to my email, I will have also received an email from Google Classroom here. And in our email, we can click open, and it will take us straight to that assignment, and it will show us, again, the same grade. So the student's also getting an email notification as soon as you push that out. So that's how we can use the add-on ImExClass to push marks from a spreadsheet into Google Classroom.